My TPI has a damaged screw right here. You see that's damaged, right? Okay. That's because I was trying to pull these crazy screws out of here so I can take the guard off the oil it. And over here, this one is not all that messed up, but it's getting close. So, I got the toolkit to remove those damaged screws. And what this does, it removes damaged screws from products or applications. So I'll be right back. Hold on one second. All right, let's see what we got. First of all, as always, Amazon, you need to get your act together. You keep sending me this garbage. Not sure what's going on with you guys, but learn your lesson. All right, let's get this out of here. And here it is. Just got the right set of tools that you would put into your power drill if you have a power drill, or if you have a battery operated drill. And then you can just put the right size into that damaged screw and take it out. Now let me take it out of the package. I'll be right back. I'm not using my tripod today. I ask that you be kind and not leave real comments. So basically here it is. It has all the different type of screws in here that come with the set. There's about 22 screws in here, or screw heads for your drill. And you gotta find the right one. See right here, see this one right here that has like the little design right there? That's what you want to use for 8-out screws. So I'm gonna get that set up off camera. I'm not ready to do that. And here's just the manual instructions on how to place it into the drill and all that stuff. I'm not gonna bore you with all that. It's for damaged screws. So that aside, it's pretty much all to it. Alright, well, this might not be the most exciting video, but please don't leave real comments. I'm always trying to do different content as well. Alright, and Lamont the Fan Man, and alright, this is part 2 of this video, and finally I got the screw out of here. I can zoom it in close enough. You can see, if you look to your left, you can see I got that screw hole out of there. I had to sand the screw down until it was able to get out of there. And so now it's out of there. The washer is still on it, but that's the damaged screw. And now, if you look right here, you see the other screw right there. You see that screw? Okay, so now I'm gonna take that screw out. So I got it zoomed in on that screw.
Undercover agents and clandestine recordings, law enforcement learned particular individuals were planning to kidnap the governor and acting in furtherance of that plan. The alleged conspirators used operational security measures, including communicating by encrypted messaging platforms, and used code words and phrases in an attempt to avoid detection by law enforcement. Among other activities, members of this conspiracy on 2 occasions conducted coordinated surveillance on the governor's vacation home. Fox and Croft, in particular, according to the complaint, discussed detonating explosive devices to divert police from the area of the home. And Fox even inspected the underside of a Michigan highway bridge for places to seek an explosive. The complaint further alleges that Fox purchased a taser for use in the connection, and that the device successfully detonated an improvised explosive device wrapped with shrapnel to test its anti-personnel capabilities. The FBI and state police executed arrests of several of the conspirators when they were meeting on the east side of the state to pool funds for explosives and exchange tactical gear. This investigation is ongoing. Agents of the Detroit field office of the FBI and other members of their Joint Terrorism Task Force, including the Michigan State Police, are conducting this investigation. Agents in the Baltimore field office of the FBI, which covers Delaware, have also assisted
Now, the moment I've been waiting for,
my office.
that I had a hard time getting off from the last time. I should upload the other video just for the heck of it. The one where I was struggling to get it all apart because the screw got messed up. Actually, I'm going to add that to this video. So I'm actually trying to make it all one video, but here he goes.
And the state of Michigan
And now, let's pull off the cover.
charges against other individuals. Of course, those charged with the crime still have rights.
Take the cover off
The allegations in the complaint are accusations. And the defendants presumed
of the fan.
until last proven guilty in the court of law.
Well, apparently it's not that easy.
These defendants
Taking the cover off the fan.
appearances in federal court. And the court is rescheduled
You think it'll just come right off, right? Well,
its bond and preliminary
apparently it's not that easy. Ah, there you go.
privilege to introduce to you
All right.
U.S. Attorney
These are very thin blades.
Schneider for some additional remarks.
The problem I'm having is that the blade stops too quick. That's not a natural spin down needs oil.
Thank you, Andrew.
So there's two oil ports. I can get it down enough.
Good afternoon.
There's an oil port right here.
Michigan can disagree about politics.
You see the blade's getting dirty already. And then there's an oil port in the back, of course, on the, what I like to refer to as McMillan motor, but I know it's a TPI motor with oil ports. Anyways, has the vintage style oil ports that they had back in the 60s, the 70s, and 80s. So anyways, now that I got the cover off, thank goodness. And it did cause scratches on it.
Reside in the Eastern District where some of the search warrants
There is some scratches on it, but what do I care? I'd rather get the cover off. Just because it has the scratch here from when I was trying to pull the screw off of it, and the little scuffs and things like that, that doesn't mean it's an old fan. It doesn't mean it's defective. It just means that the screwdriver was scratching the cover. All right? So don't get the wrong understanding.
for her outstanding work and her committed partnership. I also thank Colonel Gasper, the FBI, and of course U.S. Attorney
Now I'm going to give it some oil. Then I'm going to put the cover back on. There's no need to clean the blade.
federal agents
It's not quite dirty yet.
and they do that for us. In this case, the agents made swift and safe arrests, and those were done by those officers and agents. We are
We're going to give the motor some 3-in-1.
Thank you.
David, I know you use this as well.
Pleasure.
Jordan, everybody uses.
The director of the Michigan State
I give it some 3-in-1. It's for, like what Jordan does in the camera, it's for fans. All right. And also 3-in-1, not 3-in-1, but also the zoom spout is also for fans. But I prefer the 3-in-1. I like that better.
Attorney General
Both of them are good.
U.S. attorneys urge.
All right, now let's give it some oil.
And thank you to the FBI also. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to everyone today. And I'd first like to start out by saying thank you to the men and women of the Michigan State Police, the FBI, and any additional agencies that assisted in this investigation. They not only worked tirelessly over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours, but also since the beginning of this investigation. So thank you, job well done. To the partners here today, I want to express our gratitude for the support and the cooperation, the partnership that all of us here are demonstrating. This case is one of the largest cases in recent history that the MSP has been involved in.
The reason why I tilt it back like that is because I don't want the oil dripping on the table, which in many cases it probably will do that anyway.
Does send a very vivid
But I put it into the oil port.
that while we
See what we got.
a time period of force, possibly even divisiveness and fighting across the nation, law enforcement stands united. And for those who think that law enforcement is distracted,
It is starting to get a little bit better. I guess these right here can use a little bit of tightening. That's the reason why it keeps adjusting itself. So let me get something to tighten it.
to protect the public very seriously. We took an oath to protect and defend and to serve, and together we will take swift action against anyone who is planning or seeking to commit violence or harm to anyone in the state of Michigan. Thank you again for the cooperation, and I will now turn it back to Attorney General Linson.
Okay, well, unfortunately, it appears as though FBI Assistant Special Agent Hurst has not speak slowly so that we can make time for his appearance. But anyway, thanks again to the Colonel and to, of course, U.S. Attorneys Burge and Schneider, and the FBI, state police, everyone's effort here, so important. But I'd like to announce that my office has filed additional charges in addition to the charges already announced by the U.S. Attorney's Office and the state. In addition to charges, the following preliminary charges pursuant to the Michigan Anti-Terrorism Act against 7 individuals, all of whom are now in custody, linked to the militia group Wolverine Watchmen and associated.
All right, let me wipe off the access.
The individuals in custody are suspected to have attempted to identify the home addresses of law enforcement officers in order to target them, made threats of violence intended to instigate a civil war, and engaged in planning and training for an operation to attack the Capitol building of Michigan and to kidnap government officials, including the government of Michigan. May differ from those charged at the federal level.
And now I'm gonna give it oil in the back.
Michael Null, age 38, of Plainwell, charged with 2 felony counts, providing material support for terrorist acts and carrying or possessing a firearm during the commission of a felony firearm. William Null, of Shelbyville, charged with 2 felony counts, providing material support for terrorist acts and carrying or possessing a firearm during the commission of a felony firearm. And finally, Pete Musico, age 42, and Joseph Morrison, age 42, who lived together in Munich. And these men are both charged with 4 felony counts, 1 count of threat of terrorism, a 20-year felony, and or $20,000 fine, 1 count of gang membership, again a 20-year felony that may be served as a controlled sentence.
Looks like the spin down's getting better.
I see that FBI Assistant Special Agent in charge.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for the oil to get in here.
Is here, and I'd like to bring him up for a few remarks.
Good morning, thank you. On behalf of the FBI in Michigan, I would like to thank you and our partners of the U.S. Attorney's offices of both the Western and Eastern districts of Michigan. Constitution. This investigation is an example of our continued commitment to that mission to both protect the people of this state and to adhere to the rights reserved by the Constitution. The alleged conspirators are extremists who undertook a plot to kidnap a sitting governor. Whenever extremists move into the realm of actually plotting or planning violent acts, the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force stands ready to identify, disrupt, and dismantle their operations, preventing them from following through on those plans. An operation of this scope cannot occur without the assistance of to the FBI, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit tips online at tips.fbi.gov. Thank you.
Thank you, Special Agent. Well, with that, I just want to do a few things. First of all, I think it's important to give a shout out, at least to my staff, since I have the ability to do that, since we're in our home offices here. And I just want to, with deep gratitude, thank Solicitor General Fadwa Hammoud, Chief Deputy Christina Grassi, Chief of our Criminal Division, Danielle Hackerman-Clark, John Pallas, our First Assistant in our Criminal Division, the head of our Hate Crimes Division, Sunika Gadamani, and Tom Fabus, who is the Chief of our Investigative Unit. So I want to say thanks to all of you. And in addition, of course, it's always important, again, to reiterate that a criminal charge is merely an allegation and the defendants are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. But with that, I want to thank everyone up here in law enforcement and everyone who participated in this matter and who will continue, of course, to participate in this matter for their incredible efforts, their very brave efforts over the course of the past many months. And to say to them all across this state when I say that we are grateful.
That's a lot better. We'll go with that. I'm satisfied with that. I've given it more than enough oil. Probably more than I should have. Nevertheless, I've given it oil. Right, let's put the cover back on.
Well, I'll say that I'm a bit disappointed that none of those officials took any questions.
It did make oil spots on my table. I guess the right thing should have been to zoom that out a little bit. I guess the right thing should have been to put some paper towel down there under it. Unfortunately, I failed to do that, but oh well, it is what it is. So I'm going to just take this off and wash it up anyway. 1 second, and I'll be putting the cover on. Thank you so much for bearing with me today while I do this.
That it was the Gloverine Watchmen that these individuals were associated with in announcing the arrest of 7 more people on state charges. That's very typical in these type of cases, John, because sometimes the states have the ability to make charges that the federal authorities can't, just because of law and the statutes between the state and the federal government. I think it's interesting to note that all these men fit a typical profile that we see, which is mid to late 30s, early 40s. The possession of weapons charges and the commission of a felony are important charges because those carry mandatory sentences that are stacked on top of whatever they're convicted with in their initial charges, the violations of the state terrorism laws. As far as the original reason why we're here talking today, which is the 6 people that have been charged federally.
Let's see it. The improved spin down time.
There's 2 quick things that I want to point out. One, the involvement of the
Yeah, that's a lot better. It's going to take some time for that oil to really get in there, so it's going to have to run for a while so it can get to the bearings. Thanks for watching. I'm going to add the other video that I scrapped earlier. I'm going to add that into it. It's going to be a pretty long video once I do all that. And once I'm done editing it and doing all that, then I'll upload it to YouTube. All right, we got the other one that you see in the window over there. It's running right now. That won't be too much of a pain in the butthole because those screws are not messed up. All I have to do is just use the Phillips screwdriver to get them out, and that shouldn't be too much of a pain in the butthole. We'll do that one tonight when I record. So right now I got that running on low. And let me zoom out on this one. Alright, that's it. I'm out the fan man. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. No rude comments, please. Thank you. I know I probably over oiled it. I do apologize for that, but I don't need the comments on that, or you'll be blocked. So just keep that in mind as you leave comments. Thank you so very much for watching. God bless you, and gone. I'm out the fan man. These are the screws that was causing a lot of havoc. Paying the butthole just to get out of the fan. I don't know why TPI did that in the first place. Put them stinking screws on there when they knew that the clamps would hold the guard on there. That's just a hindrance. They're trying to keep you from maintaining it. It was nice of them to give us oil ports, but why try to hinder us from getting in there? So anyways, I got them butthole screwdriver. I'm going to do the other fan tonight, and let's hope that the same thing doesn't happen again. I'm out the fan man. Thanks for watching. God bless all of you today, and out. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to take the guard off and give it some oil, because since I've had it, the manufacturer that made the fan for the company, TPI, unfortunately, this is the second one I bought, they didn't give it enough oil. So it has oil parts, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a couple of drops of oil, like Jordan said, about 2 to 3 drops in each oil port, and then pretty much let it run overnight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and here we go. This is the fan oil I use. I also have Zoom Spout, but the best one in my opinion is 3-in-1 in the blue can. You see, it is for fans.
Would it be opportunistic if somebody saw that, drove their car in too?
Okay, for fans. All right. So there's 2 little screws right there that are basically a hindrance that try to prevent you from servicing the fan or pulling the cover off. Now it does come with the clips right here, the folding clips, but there's 2 screws right there that's preventing me from being able to take the guard off. So Jordan said that I can take those screws out. Those screws are basically unnecessary, and I don't have to put them back in. All right, because Jordan has the same fan. He has his one in the 18. All right, so here we go.
Secure mobile banking from Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Empty stadiums. A pandemic. Nothing could stop the PPR. No Friday night lights. But KUSI still shines the spotlight on San Diego high school football. It's the PPR like you've never seen before. The 22nd season of PPR. Friday nights at 9 on KUSI. Kennedy Insurance is a proud supporter of PPR and San Diego's trusted choice for home, auto, and business insurance for over 32 years. Visit us online today. The San Diego International Film Festival is back. What you can expect this year, tomorrow.
Say yes to the best bargains ever at Ross. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Savings on savings on savings. That's yes for less at Ross.
I do feel like I'm a pawn in their chess game. I'm getting patient, and I have been for almost 29 years. I take it as an insult that these powers that be want to continue to just persist in passing this bill that is only beneficial for them. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. I could die at about 23 passes because if my clinic closes, I don't know where I'll go for treatment. Protect me and 80,000 other dialysis patients. Please vote no.
Oh, yeah. There's always something new in store at Ross. Yep. Oh, yeah. Say yes to those mugs, the best brands, and check you out bargains. Savings from top to bottom. That's yes for less at Ross.
Closed captioning and other consideration for TNT provided by.
Okay, Lou, you're set. But as I spike it, I'll tell them how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so they only pay for what they need. Got it? Did you get that? Only pay for what you need.
Hey everyone, I'm Taylor.
I'm Catherine. Hi, I'm Courtney. Looking for a real
Yeah, obviously it's not that easy, so I thought it was going to be quite easy, but apparently not.
match. We'll give you 7 days.
So let's see what I can do.
I am looking to explore. I'm not a game player. I like nice guys. Text love to 70626 and get 7 days free. Sometime. Can't wait to meet you. Why wait to meet someone great? Text love to 70626 and get your 7 days free on Match Now.
Truck drivers must have a tough dealing with angry and annoying people all the time. Police are looking out for them because hot celebrities' cars are falling down all over LA.
We got pictures of Miles Teller. His Ford Bronco broke down on the side of
I was hoping I wouldn't have to use this, but I guess I have no choice.
Yep, there's Miles, not wearing shoes for some reason, as his car is, oh, what's the term?
getting put onto the tow thing.
That's it. And this is the same car Miles flipped in 2016, which means it's time to get a Prius.
Ain't gonna break my smiles.
Plus, Jason Momoa's car recently broke down, as did Scott Disick's.
Samaritan, but hey, AAA probably asks the same thing. Stay safe out there, boys. Coming up.
The Standard Hotel Highline in New York City, they are serving up a $75 hot dog now, topped with caviar. Katie's in New York. Can we get Katie to go have one? Can I expense that?
You pay for the caviar. When you live in a place that has everything you need and handle biggest trailers and boats get you blind spot protection, covers your trailer, pro trailer backup assist, best in class cable. That's why this side of pickup in California. And right now you can get $6,500 total cash on the 2024 F-150, and you can only get it at your San Diego County Ford dealers.
App-based drivers strongly support Prop 22 because it protects the flexibility they need.
I'm a busy single mom.
Tired? Taking full course load. App-based driving works my head.
It's not as easy as I thought.
Contractor works for me. By 4-1, app-based drivers want to stay independent contractors. That's what I mean. Prop 22. Prop 22 protects our ability to drive on our own schedule.
And offers wage guarantees.
And healthcare benefits. Join me and hundreds of thousands of drivers in voting yes,
Yes,
yes, yes on Prop 22.
your boss thinks you're the best. His rock star salesman, heir to his throne. But if you can't upload that massive presentation in time for his big meeting because you have cable, just remember, you're not a bad employee. Anybody got a joke? You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 20 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber plan starting at $45 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877 only AT&T.
In tough times,
Oh yeah, that screw is shot. Ain't out.
furniture at big discounts. At Jerome's, we buy up these great deals and pass huge savings directly to you. Like this home decking set with bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand. It was $14.95. Now it's only $10.88. Or this three-piece sectional with pocketed springs in the cushions. Not $17.95. At Jerome's, it's only $14.92. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. Only at Jerome's. Hey everybody, I just want you to know we will be here for you for the duration of all of this and beyond, obviously. But if you have any questions, any ideas, things you want us to cover on the television shows, on the website, go to tmz.com. There is a tip line there. And just give us your thoughts. If you have ideas, if you're concerned about something, scared about something, or you just want some entertainment and you have an idea, tmz.com. Stay safe, stay well, and I will say it again, and I feel like I almost want to say it every day. If it comes down to it, believe the scientists and not the politicians.
If you are wealthy and you love hot dogs, you're in luck because the Standard Hotel Highline in New York City, which is a big celebrity hot dog, they are serving up a $75 hot dog now. You get a New York City hot dog topped with lemon chive aioli and two very generous dollops of caviar. Is that sound good?
That is delicious. Wouldn't a hot dog be better with mustard?
Yeah, it's great. Hey, Katie's in New York. Can we get Katie to go have one and get some cold food? Can I expense that hot dog?
You pay for the caviar, how's that?
I don't think so. And then you can eat it because this is the hotel that has you always have sex on.
Wait a minute, what do you mean people have ID on the window?
You never take the TMZ New York order? The bathroom by the window. Yeah.
It was
Oh, okay. Well, first we have to stop both because the driver has diarrhea. So
HIV isn't gonna fit. That's for sure. My name is Zach, and I'm on Biktarvy. Biktarvy is a complete one-pill, once-a-day treatment used for HIV in certain adults. It's not a cure, but with one small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to and stay undetectable. That's when the amount of virus is so low, it cannot be measured by a lab test. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare life-threatening side effects include the buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Do not take Biktarvy if you take Nofetamide or Rifampin. To Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your doctor. Common side effects were diarrhea, nausea, and headache. If you're living with HIV, keep loving who you are, and ask your doctor if Biktarvy is right for you.
No, it's not.
Alec Baldwin defends going after Trump on Saturday night.
If there was ever the suggestion that Trump was truly gravely ill,
Baldwin, Jim Carrey, Maya Rudolph, Chris Rock, and sure walked the tightrope on Saturday night, huh, man?
Yeah, Billy, I'm talking to two of the SNL cast members today. How close they came to scrapping it all after Trump's diagnosis.
And for the latest on the real president, our Insta MD joins me today.
What does Dorian say about Trump needing oxygen on Friday?
His oxygen levels are below news.
Okay, well, one of the screws is laid out, and the other screw won't come out, so that's unfortunate. So I can't pull the guard off because now I can't get those two screws out. That's really bad. I'm pretty sure the other one's like that. It's the same way. That's really sad. This is a really well-made fan, but trying to butt holes, put them screws in there, knowing that they were faulty screws, regardless whether you use a regular screwdriver or a electric screwdriver or a battery one. It's just not happening, so that's unfortunate. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm still working with it, and I managed to get one of the screws out.
Mariah Carey sharing some intimate confessions about her ex-fiancé, Big James Packer.
That's right, Bill. So I would say she's making bedroom confessions, but it doesn't sound like they spent a lot of time there together.
No, definitely not the smart.
That was why I was out after she broke off her engagement to the Aussie billionaire. She now says they never had a physical relationship. She told The Guardian why she didn't talk about it in the release. Now it's in the book. If not, it didn't occur. All right, well, the two had a short whirlwind romance who topped the question with a 35-carat seat from space sparkler. And when the relationship played out in the docuseries The Wildest World, we knew that things weren't picture perfect.
Did she keep the ring?
So it was worth $10 million, by the way. Oh, yeah, it's painful. Or just when you think that Tom Cruise can't out Tom Cruise himself, he does. He has a wild movie here of him riding on top of an actual train as he shoots the new Mission Impossible. This all went down in Norway, and look at the smile on his face as he waves to the fans. He absolutely loves it, and it sounds like they do too. Tom Ford is an absolute adrenaline junkie, and he told us that is his mission on every move.
I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. You know, how far can I go to entertain like this? I mean, it's kind of been my whole career.
So I texted the executive producer of Red Table Talk. I said, why is it called Red Table Talk? She texted Jada, and Jada sent...
Sorry for the out of focus freak show. For some reason the camera can't focus. Anyways, this is a stinking screw right here. I was causing all the trouble, and the camera's having a hard time focusing. But there you go. And here's a stinking washer. I don't know if you can see it.
You know, I thought that was another famous family who did
And that's the washer.
Table Talk series.
Let's go with the big Miami sound off.
We know the Gloria Estefan who cranks out hit after hit. Now the music icon, her daughter Emily, and her niece, Julie Estefan, are going to be just as open and candid as the Smiths. About their own personal lives on their new spin-off series, Red Table Talk, The Estefans. why she doesn't label herself as gay.
Three very different generations who grew up differently.
Do you guys agree more or disagree more at the red table?
It depends on the topic.
What do you want people to take away from red table talk yes the pod?
I'm hoping when you come a part of your family, you're watching us, and then you feel like we're a part of us, it inspires them to try to have these conversations and try to, just learn more about each other and the people they love.
Up next, we start meeting right here talking about her Atlanta Housewives exit.
I left because I was being pushed out.
Now Rachel has a reaction from her one-time enemies, Cynthia and Eva.
Were you surprised when Nene announced she's leaving the show? And the rumor Cynthia could be swapping zip codes in Beverly Hills.
Plus, do you think that he has a chance? Bruno has his eye on tonight's on Dancing. Extra brought to you by L'Oreal Paris. Because you're with it.
Unexpected situation. L'Oreal's Matte Group Cover. 3 seconds to flawless use. 3, 2, 1. It's gone. Matte Group Cover. L'Oreal Paris. L'Oreal. Constantly new hair color concentration at 8,380 L'Oreal. Did you know you can go to L'OrealMutual.com to customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Really? I didn't. Okay, I'm on by.
Only pay for what you need. My life is awesome, but it wasn't always that way. I've been wasting my days pressing buttons, but then one day, wait, what's it? Slotomania? Finally, excitement. Slotomania makes every day fantastic. No one will see a spin, a new free slot game, or even a huge jackpot win. Download Slotomania now. On free slot game to find out what will today spin.
It's an all-new season.
Something extra will be
Only on Extra.
Plant-based drivers strongly support Prop 22 because it protects the flexibility they need.
I'm a busy single mom.
Recently retired.
Taking a full course load.
App-based driving works for my family.
Being an independent contractor works for me.
By 41, plant-based drivers want to stay independent contractors.
Prop 22. Prop 22 protects our ability to drive on our own schedule.
And offers wage guarantees.
And healthcare benefits.
Join me and hundreds of thousands of drivers in voting yes,
Yes.
yes, yes on Prop 22.
To keep our defenders and their families strong each and every day. Join us as we show the pride and gratitude of our nation to all of its heroes. While we can never be enough for our defenders, veterans, first responders, and the loved ones who sacrifice right alongside them, we can always do a little more.
To make a donation, visit GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Is that the $20 you did? No, it's furniture. Furniture? It looks like $20. Well, at Jerome's, you can get furniture for any room in your house for $20 or less a month. Like our Cumberland Queen Storage Bed, or our Elm 2-piece sectional, or the Abington Queen Canopy Bed. Any of these rooms for $20 or less a month with my no money down 5-year special financing. Plus, get Jerome's fast and free drop-off delivery. Only at Jerome's and Jerome.com.
Energy savings. Pandemic.
You don't think it's stopped at TPI?
No Friday night lights, but KUSI still shines the spotlight on San Diego High School football.
It's the
Housewives franchise.
Yeah.
Oh, Nini's out. Didn't look like it. Even Marcella's out. Denise Richards is out. There's talk of Cynthia switching franchises and heading to the Beverly Hills cast. I mean, how do you keep up with this stuff?
It's like a sport. It's what I like to say.
You should have a fantasy draft where you can like draft the house.
But I did sit down with Cynthia and Eden. We can figure it all out. Nini's out in ATL. I left because I'm being pushed out. And so is Eva Marcel. But Cynthia Bailey's still a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They'll be back on Bravo this fall after shooting during the pandemic.
It's very different filming during COVID-19.
Were you surprised when Nini announced she's leaving the show?
I was surprised just because, Nini's been over here from the beginning. And, I really feel like she brings a lot to the show.
I'm definitely sad to see Nini go. Super surprised.
I want Nini to do what's going to be good for me.
Nini has come out and said certain things about Andy Cohen, and then she even made comments toward Wendy Williams. What do you think about those remarks?
And I just think it's unfortunate that narrative is even out there. It's kind of sad to just watch, to be honest.
I think a lot of feelings are involved, and it's very sad, as Cynthia said, to see that it's even came to this place. When Nini talked to Billy last week, it was obvious the situation had taken an emotional toll.
You're not your normal peppy self. What's going on? You okay?
It's just a lot going on. It's just a lot going on. Cynthia says Nini's shock exit won't be the only big change as the cast films during the pandemic for season 13.
But the show will look very different just in terms of we're shooting a lot more in our homes.
And Atlanta's not the only city where the Real Housewives franchise has seen major changes after Denise Richards left the Beverly Hills edition. Will you be interested in joining that show?
I'm open to whatever God has for us. We'll see what happens.
Right now, Cindy's big wedding to fiancé Mike Hill is happening this Saturday. What has it been like planning a wedding during this time?
Weddings are stressful in any case, pandemic or not. I think for me, the most stress for Mike and I has just been making sure that we are not only following the COVID-19 rules and regulations, but just also putting people in place to enforce them.
Considering you're in an unprecedented situation, one could get a little anxious. You are literally the chill bride. Miss Chill Bride and her BFF Eva are teaming with Seagram's Escapes to help Black-owned businesses during this tough time.
That we're giving 3 Black-owned businesses an opportunity to win a grant for $10,000 each toward their Black business.
To be able to grant money back to help them really get this back on their feet is an honor.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it here.